Matchday Live. This is Radio Hereford FC, the home of the Bulls.
Hi, this is Joanie Roberts here. I'm joined by Christine Seddon. She is the chair of Blackpool Supporters Trust. We are here in Blackpool at the moment doing a live recording pre the FA Cup match for Hereford FC versus Fleetwood tomorrow in the second round proper, which is all very exciting. But I thought I'd just sit with Christine for a moment and just explore where she's come from. She's chair of the trust and how she's got to that stage, what her interest is in football and where she's come from. So, Christine.
Hello. Well, I'm a third generation Blackpool fan. It was actually my mum that was the football fan rather than my dad. He was more a rugby guy. So maybe that's the female influence was quite strong from the start. My mum was a very strong character, and she actually went to the 1953 Blackpool Cup final on the back of her brother's motorbike. So we were brought up. I have an older brother, and we were a Blackpool household. Everybody went to the football, and it's just always been a natural thing. I've always loved football. I've never played it. I'm 55 now, and when I was at school, they didn't really have girls' teams, and I'd probably been utterly rubbish anyway. But I just love watching football, but particularly Blackpool. I was captivated from. I think I was probably about 8 when I started going properly. So all I ever wanted to do was watch the game, and that's what I've always done. But of course, then Blackpool hit this big problem that we've had with our owners, and I've always been sort of quite outspoken, and I cannot bear injustice. So the way I got involved with the trust really was that I'd gone on a local radio show, BBC Radio Lancashire actually, and I was having a bit of a rant, which I tend to do, and the then chairman of the Supporters Trust heard it, and it actually went down quite well with some of the fans. I obviously struck a chord, so he contacted me and asked me if I would be willing to speak for the trust, be like a spokesperson, which I was very happy to do. I was then co-opted onto the committee. This was about 2 years ago, and I've just got involved, and the more involved I've got, the more interesting it's become, until eventually I then became the deputy chair, and then in July we had a bit of a move around because our secretary had been working tirelessly for about 4 years, decided that he really did need a break of his employment. So the chair decided he would take on the secretary's role, and then we needed a new chair. So I put myself up for it. I wasn't the only person, but I was voted in.
Excellent.
And that's basically how it happened. And here we are.
Excellent. So you're not only a voice for the trust, but are you a voice for women in general in your fan base?
Well, at the moment, it's difficult because we haven't got this connection with the club that you would normally have.
No.
Moving forward, it's something, yes, that I would very much like to look at that side of things, because although there's a lot more women go now than used to do, we're still in the minority, aren't we? So yeah, that's something I would like to incorporate into the role, perhaps.
Yeah. So do you actually have memberships of your Supporters Trust?
Yes, we do. Actually, now you've brought this up, I couldn't tell you what the percentage is of women.
Yeah.
That's something I will go away and have a look at now.
Yeah.
But like on our committee, there's 9 people on the committee, and 2 of us are women.
Right.
So yeah, it's quite a low percentage, and that probably is reflected in the supporters generally. I would imagine.
Hereford tends to be, the numbers that we're looking at. You're probably looking at late 20s, early 30%. So it is quite low. I'm actually going to now explore how they're involved in it. Is it just through parents like you were, or is it their children play? We have a junior ball section with Hereford FC. So are they engaged that way and then they become supporters, or are they like you, natural supporters anyway? Because it's a bigger thing now for ladies, girls, women, whatever you want to call us, to get involved, not only on the pitch but off the pitch as well, which I find quite exciting for the future of where we're going and what's happening with it. Do you have a girls' team or anything that plays Blackpool? Or anything?
Blackpool FC do. They have a girls' team and a ladies' team,
Right.
and I think they do quite well. Again, it's something that we as a trust want to get involved with and intend to do so once we've hopefully got the club back, because at the moment we're like a trust in exile.
Yeah.
We're not linked to
You're
our
there,
own
but you're
club.
not there.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
right.
So that's quite a challenge, isn't
It
it?
is.
Anyway, to retain the passion.
Yes.
But at the same time, know that you're against a wall slightly,
yes.
Which is a challenge. However,
It
as you've heard tonight with Hereford FC, we've come through some of the worst, and hopefully,
We have,
you know,
indeed.
it's moving forward in that way, and we can move it forward. That's absolutely great. Thank you very much for your time.
You're very
and
welcome.
hope everything is successful for you at Blackpool. And please
Thank you,
keep in
and
touch and
likewise.
let us know.
We
Perhaps
will.
pop down to Hereford and come and see us.
I'd love to do that. Yes.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Matchday Live. This is Radio Hereford FC, the home of the Bulls.